End board is IP into Unicorn with these two, Apo for 3, DPE Pop, Dweller. We don't have to make Dweller if we're not against a grave-based deck, but this is just a very good blind first card. We have a draw off of Pico, 3 searches off Centipede for follow-up, and 2 other cards in hand. So 6 cards in hand, 5 cards on board, plus 6 overall with this crazy board. What's up, guys? It's your boy Kazaris, and I'm back with a TCG deck profile this time. I am profiling Inzektors yet again because they got new support in the Grand Creator set, and they are much more resilient than before, especially with Nibiru out of the format because of the Adventurer token engine. I think this deck has some chance to shine for sure. So, getting right into the deck profile, we have 3 Inzektor Dragonfly, 3 Inzektor Centipede, 3 Inzektor Hornet, 3 Inzektor Ladybug. I know I talked about cutting this in my last deck profile. However, because the new spell card requires you to send an Inzektor from hand or face a field to the grave, it's definitely worth it to play more names overall. 1 Gigamantis, 1 Gigaweevil, and 1 Inzektor Sword Zect Caliber, and then 3 Zect Trike Kuu. This is the new card. It's an E-Tele or an equips from deck, which is fantastic. It gets you whatever piece you're missing. And it extends through hand traps and stuff like a Ash or a Veiler on your Dragonfly. You can just send that Dragonfly and then summon another one and try it again. It's just very good overall. So we're playing 18 names. This card can send itself too because it's always treated as an Inzektor card. It's also searchable with Centipede. So essentially we went from 3 Dragonflies to now Centipede equals Dragonfly because Centipede searches this and this gets Dragonfly. So we have 3, 6, 9 Dragonflies now. We have 3, 6, 9 cards to equip, 10 if you include the sword, which is like kind of good, but I don't know. It's just a good extender for sure. Something to search later in the combo. But I'll get into how we use all of these cards later in the combo tutorial. So for now, that's the lineup. 18 overall. Definitely wouldn't cut any of them. Now for the extenders, we have 1 Reborn, 1 Foolish. Allure really isn't an extender. I think this should be World Legacy Succession, however, because in the hands where you summon Dragonfly and it gets Veilered or Imperm, and you have Reborn or Succession, you can link it off into Almirage and then Reborn or Succession the Dragonfly and just try it again. So I think this should be a World Legacy Succession for sure. And then Foolish just dumps Ladybug or Hornet, whatever you need. So it's another searcher for them. 3 Infernoble Arms Durendal and 2 Infernoble Knight Oliver. This package is fantastic in the deck. Infernoble Arms can equip to any monster, pop itself, and then search any level 5 or lower Fire Warrior. So this will trigger Dragonfly because it's an equip card that is leaving Dragonfly while Dragonfly is on the field. So you'll have the Dragonfly here. You'll go Durendal equip, pop itself, search Oliver, trigger Dragonfly, summon something else, summon like a Hornet or something. And you can link those 2 off into a Armor Horn, and we'll summon another Dragonfly or a Centipede. Use that one effect, and then Oliver can summon itself as a level 1 tuner, and then trigger Dragonfly again. It's just a fantastic package overall, just a way to get the ball rolling without using the effect of your Inzektor. 3 B-Trooper Scale Bomber. This is like the best level 3 insect extender because it deals with Appaloosa. So if you go summon Dragonfly and then you can activate Scale Bomber to summon itself, it'll bait an Appaloosa negate. Or if they allow it, not knowing what Scale Bomber does, you can go activate Dragonfly to equip from hand. And then if they chain Appaloosa, you'll chain Scale Bomber, tribute itself, destroy Appaloosa. It doesn't negate the Appaloosa, but Appaloosa has to reduce its own attack in order to negate your monster's effect. So since it's no longer on the field, it can't negate it or can't reduce its attack. So Dragonfly will resolve, and Scale Bomber will have dealt with the Appaloosa. So that's pretty good. So Scale Bomber and Gigamantis are great ways to play through Appaloosa because Gigamantis can activate its effect in hand to equip to a Dragonfly and make it 2400 attack. If they negate that, you can just do it again. It's not once per turn. So a lot of ways to like mess with the opponent. 1 Terratop, 1 Tekatomborg. Cherubini is a fantastic link for this deck because it can dump Hornet to the graveyard. or can dump like a Dragonfly or a Centipede if you have Reborn or something. And then it also, the cards it points to can't be destroyed by card effects. So you can freely use Hornet, target your own cards, and they won't die, and then you'll trigger their effects that way. So getting to Cherubini is definitely important. Another cool thing about this deck is it gets to play Magical Midbreaker Field, which is a crazy spell card. During your main phase, your opponent cannot target or destroy your monsters with card effects. During your opponent's main phase, you cannot target or destroy their monsters with card effects. However, we're going to activate this card, protect our Inzektors from Imperm, Veiler, Ghost Ogre. Ghost Ogre is definitely important to protect yourself from this format because of all the E-Tele shenanigans running around. And then you will pop this with Hornet at the end of your combo after you've established negates and stuff to prevent anything late after you get rid of it. And then you'll be able to target their monsters on their turn because you no longer have this face up. So fantastic spell card for sure. And then Called by the Grave, of course. 3 Forbidden Droplet. This is funny because if you get cards equipped to your Inzektors, you can Droplet send those equipped cards, negate your monsters, your opponent's monsters, and then trigger the Inzektors that are on the field because they're an equipped card left while they were equipped with it. So Droplet, definitely a fantastic card for this deck. And then the Fusion Destiny package. This is a rogue deck. You need to be able to end on Verte if you get interrupted just to make DPE. A little cheesy, but unfortunately that's the reality of the game at the moment. So 2 Fusion Destiny, 1 Celestial. This should be Dasher. I just took this package out of my Drytron deck though, so I couldn't find a Dasher. So Dasher over Plasma because Dasher is definitely good in this deck for follow-up turns if you get interrupted. Moving on to the extra deck. 1 Salamangreat Almirage. Again, this is just to link off your Dragonfly and then reborn it if it gets Veilered or Impermed or Ashed or something. And then just get its effect again. So that's your only link 1. 2 Inzektor Pico Felina. Nice super rare. This card's cool. Glad they upgraded this. This card is fantastic for the deck. In older versions, I was playing more hand traps and Pot of Prosperity. However, in the combo variant, you are using Centipede 6 times. You will use Centipede 3 times, get 3 searches, and then you will Pico Felina, shuffle all 3 Centipede back, draw a card, and then Dragonfly, summon all 3 Centipede from the deck again. And if you activate the Prosperity, you can't do that effect because you can't draw. So Pico Felina equips from deck, shuffles the Centipedes back, lets you reuse them. This card is just crazy in this deck. Absolutely incredible. 1 Armor Horn. This is an extender. It lets you normal summon Dragonfly again. So you go Dragonfly, summon Centipede, Centipede, search second Dragonfly, link both into Armor Horn, additional summon Dragonfly, do it again, make Pico Felina, etc. And then on following turns, if they crack your board somehow, you can just bring this back and get 2 summons on the next turn. So very good card. Cherubini, again, dumps Hornet, which is fantastic, and protects the monsters it points to from being destroyed by card effects. Any card effects, yours or your opponent's. This can also dump Dragonfly to reborn with Reborn or Succession. Predaplant Verte Anaconda ends on DPE. It's part of your end board. IP Masquerena, part of your end board. Into Unicorn. Unicorn IP is just a classic interrupt combo. Access Code Appaloosa, part of your end combo, and then just a way to kill your opponent on the following turn. Definitely good overall. Pronominally Vimana, Abyss Dweller, and Cicada King, I guess, as well as Zeus. Zeus is kind of just part of this. Cicada King is when a monster effect on the field is activated, you can detach a material, target that monster, negate its effects, and then either get this card 500 defense or change its battle position. If this card's battle position is changed, you can then reborn an insect from the graveyard in defense position or summon from your hand. So part of your end board, it's an interrupt, it's a Veiler / Imperm, and it just reborns your Dragonfly, which is great. Dweller, really good this format. Stop all the Phantom Knights. This Phantom Knight's going to be the best deck, so you want to play Dweller. Ladybug will increase your levels by 1 to make all of your Inzektors level 4, so you can make Dweller easily. Or it can increase them by 2 to make Chronomaly of Vimana, which is just a quick effect. Is it a Veiler? Once per turn, when your opponent activates a monster effect, detach 2 materials from this card and negate the activation. No, so it's not Veiler, it just negates a monster effect activated anywhere, whereas Cicada King has to target that monster on the field to negate it. So Vimana, definitely very solid. And then Zeus to use any of them to just rank up. And then DPE, so that is the extra deck. Let's just jump right into some combos. All right, so let's do something as simple as Dragonfly Ladybug. So just to start, you will Dragonfly, equip the Ladybug from hand, activate its effect on field. Ladybug will send itself, make Dragonfly level 5. You will trigger Dragonfly, summon from deck. You will summon Inzektor Centipede. Same thing, Inzektor Centipede, equip Inzektor Ladybug from grave, Inzektor Ladybug, send itself from field, make Centipede level 5, Centipede effect, search another Dragonfly. Link Centipede and Dragonfly for Inzektor, or Beat Trooper Armorhorn, excuse me. Beat Trooper Armorhorn's effect, additional normal summon. You will normal summon Dragonfly. What do you know? Not a hard once per turn. Dragonfly equip Ladybug from grave. Ladybug make Dragonfly level 5. Dragonfly summon from deck. And this is Centipede number 2 and Dragonfly number 2. Second time you're looping this. However, you now have an Armorhorn on the field. Centipede effect, equip Ladybug. Ladybug sends itself, make Centipede level 5. Centipede effect, search. You are going to grab yourself an Inzektor Gigamantis. You are now linking Armorhorn and Centipede for Inzektor Pico Felina. Remember, you have 2 cards. This is just a 2-card combo, but you have 3 other cards in hand. So Pico Felina, discard any other card in your hand. Equip a Hornet from deck to this Dragonfly. Equip Gigamantis from your hand to this Dragonfly. You're going to activate Hornet to send itself to the graveyard to destroy the Gigamantis on your field. Now what this is going to do is it's going to allow you to trigger Dragonfly twice. Since 2 cards left it'll be Chainlink 1 Dragonfly, Chainlink 2 Dragonfly, Chainlink 3 Gigamantis, summon Dragonfly back from the graveyard. So now this Dragonfly is summoning from deck twice. You're going to summon a Centipede, you're going to summon a Hornet, and now you have a Centipede effect and a Dragonfly effect. You're going to activate the Centipede effect, equip Ladybug. Ladybug's going to send itself, make this Centipede level 5, trigger the Centipede, add a Giga Weevil. You're going to link these two for Cherubini. It doesn't matter, you're just trying to get room. And now you're going to go Pico Felina, shuffle back 3 Centipede to draw a card. And I will symbolize that with, just a random card here. And then you're going to link these 3, excuse me, for Appaloosa for 3. So now Appaloosa has 3 on it. You're going to activate this Dragonfly, equip the Hornet from the graveyard, and equip the Giga Weevil from your hand to this Dragonfly. Do the same thing again, Hornet pop Giga Weevil this time. Going to trigger Dragonfly twice, summon 2 Centipedes from deck, and trigger Giga Weevil, summon Dragonfly from grave. Nice. All right, now we're going to go Centipede effect, equip Ladybug, send itself, make a Centipede level 4, trigger Centipede, adding as Inzektor Sword, Inzektor Caliber this time, trigger the Centipede, equip Ladybug, send Ladybug, make that Centipede level 4, searching Zektrike Kuu. Now we're going to overlay these 2 for a Dweller. This Dragonfly has not used its effect yet, so we will do just that. We will go equip Hornet, equip Zect Sword to this Dragonfly. Hornet pops Zect Sword. So Zect Sword is mandatory, so it'll be Zect Sword, Chainlink 1, add back Gigamantis, and then Chainlink 2, Chainlink 3 Dragonfly, summon Zect and Centipede, summon Hornet. This Centipede will use this effect. Equip Ladybug, make this level 5, doesn't really matter. I'm just going to trigger, add Dragonfly to hand. And then we are going to, so now in this scenario, we can make a couple of things. So these are level 3, this is level 3, this is level 4. So we can take these 2 Dragonflies and either make the Cicada King, or we can just take these 4 monsters and make an IP and a Verte. I think in this case, I'm going to make an IP and a Verte. So I'll just make Verte IP right here, there, and there, and then we'll trigger the Verte, send the Fusion Destiny, send the materials to the grave, summon DPE, and now we have 6 other cards in hand. So end board is IP into Unicorn with these 2, Appo for 3, DPE pop, Dweller. We don't have to make Dweller if we're not against a grave-based deck, but this is just a very good blind first card. We have a draw off of Pico, 3 searches off Centipede for follow-up, and 2 other cards in hand. So 6 cards in hand, 5 cards on board, plus 6 overall with this crazy board. We have Celestial, Dasher, this should be Dasher, remember, in the graveyard. We have Ladybug, Hornet. We have Armor Horn for double summon. We just have an infinite follow-up. So even if they do manage to crack this board, we have 7 cards in hand, we're drawing for turn. If we manage to get rid of all of them, we have a draw 2, we have a double summon. So this board is pretty dang fantastic. We didn't even use the Zektrike with this board. It's a little rough because it gets clogged. Because like Zektrike isn't needed to make the end board, it's just needed in case we get interrupted, and then we just extend. And it's just it's an additional starter as well to make Dragonfly. So fantastic. We can pop the opponent's entire field with Hornet on the follow-up. So let's maybe try a test hand. Sure, why not? We drew a brick, unfortunately. This hand isn't bad. So we have start with Centipede, activate Scale Bomber. Whoops, don't want to, almost bent my damn Gigamantis there. Activate Durendal, equip the Centipede. Durendal will pop itself to search the Infernal Knight Oliver, and then trigger Centipede, search Kuo. Now we will activate Kuo. We're going to send, I think we send the Gigamantis here, yeah. And now we're going to equip Ladybug from deck to the Centipede. Ladybug will make Centipede level 4, trigger Centipede, add Dragonfly, and now we're off to the races. We make Armor Horn, now we'll null summon Dragonfly, Dragonfly effect, equip Ladybug, Ladybug, make Dragonfly level 4, trigger Dragonfly, summon Centipede from deck, activate Centipede, equip Ladybug, make Centipede level 4, trigger Centipede, searching, in this case, what do we want? I guess we can search the Hornet and then discard, yeah, there it is. So we link these two here. We'll go Pico, discard Hornet, equip Giga Weevil to the Dragonfly, trigger Dragonfly, equip Hornet from grave, Hornet pop Giga Weevil, trigger Dragonfly twice, and Giga Weevil once. Giga Weevil summon the Centipede from the grave, Centipede from the deck with Hornet, or with Dragonfly, sorry, I keep mixing up the names. And then Hornet from the deck as well. So 2 Centipedes have not used their effect. End boards are just going to be a little different depending on what you start with because of the ordering of how you had to do things. So we had to discard Mantis here. So let's equip Centipede to the, or Gigamantis to the Centipede. Let's link these two for a Cherubini. Let's go Oliver, send Gigamantis to special itself, trigger Centipede and Gigamantis, summon back Dragonfly over here. Centipede will search another, let's get Zect-Calibur this time. And then we can link these two. I have to do things a little backwards here. For an IP, trigger Pico, shuffle back these 3 to draw 1. So just trigger, draw 1. Oh, we drew Terra Top here, that's fine. Link these 3, clear up some space for Apo. So we just need to make sure we're maximizing the put Apo here. Maximizing the Pico Felina, because like we had to do some weird things there just to make sure that we're using the Centipedes before we link them off, and then put all 3 back. So now we got the Dragonfly in the grave. We can equip Hornet, equip Sword to Dragonfly, and now Sword will pop, or Hornet will pop Sword, trigger Dragonfly twice, and Sword will add back the Gigamantis. Dragonfly will summon 2 Centipedes. Centipede will equip Hornet, and then the other Centipede will equip Hornet. And now I'll Hornet pop Hornet, trigger both Centipedes. I'll add a Hornet and another Kuu. Getting a third collector rare of these on Saturday, so that's cool. And now we can make, so I can bring back the Armor Horn right now. What could that do for me? I think this end board isn't going to have Dweller, which should be fine. Just because I might have done something incorrectly. I'm still re-practicing with this deck again. I was just kind of going. We could, I've already used Zektrike, right? Yeah, it's in the grave, I already used it. So this could just be, like these could have equipped Ladybugs from the grave to make themselves level 4 to make Dweller. So it could have been Dweller, Apo, IP, or I think DP is just almost always better. I'm gonna leave the Dragonfly on the field for follow-up. And then DPE send the Fusion Destiny, the Plasma, and the Celestial from our hand. Drew it, unfortunately, but that's such as life. Yeah. So, I mean, test hand wasn't bad. Again, I mean, I didn't play through hand traps there. I was just kind of going with the test hand. But it was a little bit weird, but because we had to do things like backwards. But Apo for 3, IP, DPE, pretty solid. With infinite follow-up, 4 cards in hand, draw 2, B Trooper in the grave. Yeah, very solid. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. That's going to do it. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. I really like Inzektor's. I'm going to try them out at locals this week. I finally got all of the new spell card. So I'll let you guys know how it goes. Peace.